Hello again, everyone. Hope you're having a great start to your week. I'm Steve Eklund. Today I'm going to touch on self image and why self image is so important in our lives. It dictates everything that we're going to accomplish. In 1960, author Maxwell Maltz wrote a book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and in it he wrote that self image sets the boundaries of individual accomplishments. And it's so true because whatever limitations we put on ourselves in our mind is what they're going to be. So the question becomes, what do you want? What do you want to be? Don't let the naysayers dictate it for you. Don't let people tell you that you're incapable of doing something, not good enough, not smart enough, not prepared enough. None of that matters. Only you can determine what that limitation is. Don't let others set that boundary for you. You want to write your own story. You want to sit back and take a look at yourself, and perhaps you look at it from two ways. You write a list of all the things that you like of yourself, and you write a list of things that you want to improve in yourself. And you start looking at the personality traits and the things that you would need to incorporate into things that would help you grow. Maybe you see it in others. Perhaps you see it in your family or children or friends, and you see things that they do and do well that you would like to emulate. Nothing wrong with that. Take that and start to build on that. When you look at yourself in a meeting, do you walk into a meeting and you're involved but you're not engaged? Meaning you're listening but you're not really contributing. Perhaps you think, well, if I say something, I may be laughed at or I might not be taken seriously. That's a limitation you've put on yourself. You're assuming that others would think that of you. You don't know that. Or you go into a meeting and you're very extroverted. You take control. You've got ideas. You want to get them out. You want to be the one to drive the initiative. As much as that could be a good trait, it can also be a trait that you got to scale back because you want to be part of the team, not necessarily dominant. But these are all parts of our self-image. How we dress, how we walk, how we talk, how we engage with people every day. It's a vision of who we are. Your results, the results that you're getting at work and in life are a direct result of what's going on inside you. What's going on inside you and the self-image you have of yourself. So the beauty of life is we can change it. We can sit back and say, I need to chart a new course. I need to take a different direction. I'm going to be more confident. I'm not going to allow myself to fall behind where I have in the past. Nothing says we can't stop and start again today. Look at the great actors. In whatever country you're from, I'm sure you've got a favorite actor or actress, and you've seen them in various roles over the years. I think of the American actor Tom Hanks. I've seen him play a World War II veteran. I've seen him play an old man that was much older than he is in his years. I've seen him play in the movie Forrest Gump, multiple roles, from a football player to a Vietnam War hero to a gentleman that was shrimp boating. But he carried these roles throughout all these movies. And what that is, there's an acting method called imagined reality. And what the actor does is they immerse themselves in that role. And they become so perfect at it and so believable that when you and I watch it on a movie screen, we're captivated by the movie. The movie's so good because the actor did such a great part in their imagined reality of making that role come to life. It's not far from what we're doing in our lives. If your self-image needs adjustment and you feel like there are things that you want to change, there's a new course you want to chart, your imagined reality would be that. What's that person look like? What are the traits? What are the things that I've got to say, do, act, change, perhaps it's in your dress even, of how I look and portray myself to the world? That's going to then become part of that new story that you're writing as you begin to move forward and move yourself to where you start broadening your horizons and your limitations start to expand. Self-image is so important for everyone. It starts as a little kid. A lot of little kids when they're younger are told the old adage of be seen, not heard, so don't speak up. Or stay off to the side, don't interrupt. There's a lot of things that we learned as a young child that we carry into our adulthood, but it's when we get into that adulthood that we need to start looking at where we're at, what we want to change, and how we want to go about changing it. Who do we want to be? If there's a promotion you want at work, what do you got to do to be considered for that promotion? Maybe it's you got to step up a leadership role. Maybe you take ownership of a project. And you take that project, you prepare for it, you have meetings, and you sit down with everybody and say, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. And if you have questions, I'm the person leading the meeting, come see me. But by doing that, you're stepping out of your boundary. You're starting to expand your horizon. People are saying, wow, he or she is really stepping up their game. They're doing things that are not like they used to do in the past. I've seen it for many years in business. I saw so many people grow and expand their careers because they reached a point where they said, I want more. I want to be different. I want to take that next step. And a lot of times those next steps equate to things that they can then do personally in their lives. So all of this intertwines into your self-image. Your self-image, again, is that mental picture you have of yourself and how you see yourself. If it needs adjustment, sit down and think about what would I need to do to make those changes and put them into actual practice. Imagined reality is not a bad way to start, but we all can do it. And the stronger your self-image is, the greater and broader your horizons will be and the things that you can accomplish in life. Nothing can hold you back. Nobody can put a limitation on you or your opportunities or your abilities. Remember that. See you tomorrow.